Good morning to all. Today we are going to discuss about kaizen. What is meant by kaizen? Kaizen is a Japanese word and the meaning is continuous improvement. It is made up of two words in Japan. They are kai and zen. Kai means change and zen means good. Kaizen is a practice of continuous improvement. It is considered as a slow but it is an ongoing process of improvement. This word kaizen was used by Mazak Imai in his book entitled The Key to Japanese Competitive Success, first time in 1986. One of the most notable features of kaizen is that big results come from many small changes accumulated with the passage of time. Then we are going to discuss about objectives of kaizen. First one is to build ownership and establish the acceptable working culture environment. Second one is to determine capital loss projects. Third one, to involve slow but steady incremental improvements. Fourth one, to create participatory approach on creativity and updated fashion design as per taste of the customer. And the last one is to create zero defect production in the product line. Next, we are going to discuss types of kaizen. There are two types of kaizen. They are Gemba kaizen and Ten kaizen. What is meant by Gemba kaizen? Chairman of Kaizen Institute, Mazak Imai, propounded the concept of Gemba kaizen. Gemba means a real place or the place where the real action takes place, like factory or shop floor in an industry. While in service sector, Jamba refers to administrative offices. Once again, Jamba means real place or the place where real action take place, like factory or shop floor in an industry. While service sector, Jamba refers to administrative services. It is an action-oriented approach and refers to improvement activities that are performed in the actual workplace. Next one is Ten Kaizen. While Gemba Kaizen is an action-oriented approach, Ten Kaizen is a theory-based approach. And it is strategic improvements that are influenced by top management. The overall goals of Kaizen Kaizen are improved business and manufacturing practices. The most prominent 10 Kaizen method include, we already studied about quality control techniques and just time management. So, we are learned about Kaizen, meaning of Kaizen, objectives of Kaizen and types of Kaizen. Types of Kaizen includes Gemba Kaizen and Ten Kaizen. Next, we are going to discuss about benchmarking. What is meant by benchmarking? Benchmarking is a systematic method by which an organization can continuously measure themselves against the best industry practices or world class or best in class and improve accordingly. Simply, it is a search of industry best practices. We also learned in the meaning that it is a best practices that lead to superior performance. Benchmarking includes 7 types. First type is performance or operational benchmarking. It involves pricing, technical quality, features and other quality and performed by reverse engineering, in which competitors' products are taken apart and analyzed. These performance or operational benchmarking is also known as competitive benchmarking. And then the second type of benchmarking is process or functional benchmarking. Process or functional benchmarking is related with work processes such as billing, order entry, or employee training. It identifies most effective practices in companies that perform similar functions irrespective of industry. Third one is strategic benchmarking. It examines how companies compute and seeks the winning strategies that have led to competitive advantage and market success. Fourth one is functional benchmarking. It is when organization look to benchmark with partners drawn from different business sectors or areas of activity to find ways of improving similar functions or work process. Fifth one is internal benchmarking. It involves seeking partners from within the same organization. The main advantages of internal benchmarking are access to sensitive data and information is easier. Standard data is often readily available and usually less time and resources are needed. Sixth one is external benchmarking. External benchmarking is reverse to the internal benchmarking. External benchmarking involves seeking outside organizations that are known to best in class. It provides opportunities of learning from those who are at the cutting edge, although it must be remembered that not every best practice solution can be transferred to others. And the last one is international benchmarking. It is used where partners are sought from other countries because best practitioners are located elsewhere in the world. Globalization and advances in IT are increasing opportunities for international projects. So, types of benchmarking include performance or operational benchmarking, process or functional benchmarking, strategic benchmarking, functional benchmarking, internal benchmarking, external benchmarking, and finally international benchmarking. Next, we are going to discuss what are the phases of benchmarking. There are 5 phases of benchmarking: planning, analysis, integration, action, maturity. Planning includes identify the product, services, or process to be benchmarked. While in analysis includes it is a determination the gap between the firm's current performance and firm's benchmark and identify the causes of significant gaps. Third one is integration. Integration include we establish the goals and obtain support of managers who must provide resources for accomplishing the goals. Action include the activities that are integrated are coming to action in the action stage. And the last stage is maturity. Maturity include leadership position attended, best practices fully integrated into process. So, 5 phases of benchmarking are planning, analysis, integration, action, and maturity. And the last one is next one is advantages of benchmarking. First advantage is it is a systematic method. Why? Benchmarking is a systematic method by which organizations can measure themselves against the best industry practices. That is, organization can measure the activities themselves. It is one of the advantages. Next one is promote superior performance. How? To promote superior performance by providing an organized framework through which organization learn how the best in class do things. And third one is continuous improvement. Fourth one is it inspire managers to complete and also make the competitive advantage. So the advantages of benchmarking are systematic method, promotes superior performance, continuous improvement, competitive advantage. While advantages, this benchmarking has disadvantages also. First, what disadvantage is idea of copying others. Uh, the most severe criticism of benchmarking comes from the idea of copying others. Next, uh, benchmarking is not a panacea. It is not a strategy. Says that benchmarking is not a strategy. It is a business philosophy. Panacea means it is not a strategy, but it is a business philosophy. And the last one is time taking technique. Benchmarking makes more time to accomplish the activities that have to be performed. So benchmarking, types of benchmarking, phases of benchmarking, advantages and disadvantages of benchmarking. And the last one is Pokayoke. What is meant by Pokayoke? Pokayoke is a device, is any mechanism that either prevents a mistake from being made or makes mistake obvious at a glance. That means that even even any mistake that arrived, um, the organization have to detect the mistake when it arrives. So, Pokayoke device is used. The ability to find mistake at a glance is essential. Every organization have to identify the mistake at the each stage of their activities. So, Pokayoke technique can be used. It is an approach to quality management that relies heavily on use of Pokayoke. Pronounced Pokayoke device. Pokayoke is a Japanese for mistake proofing technique. Pokayoke is a Japanese word for mistake proofing. So today we are learn about kaizen, types of kaizen, Gemba kaizen, Ten kaizen, objectives of kaizen. uh, Next, benchmarking, types of benchmarking, um, phases of benchmarking, advantages and disadvantages of benchmarking, and last one is Pokayoke. Thank you.